Court has called the case of the people versus Isaiah Williams.
Yes.
Good morning, Your Honor. Danielle Russo-Bennett, Assistant Attorney General on behalf of the people.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor. Danielle Woodson on behalf of Mr. Williams.
Good morning, Ms. Wilson. And Mr. Williams, can you state your name?
Yes, Isaac Bernard Williams, and I wanted to bring to the court that I've been trying to get an understanding. I've filed several motions. I've also sent a letter to Mrs. Wilson that I wish to take a stand pro purpose with no help in regarding this matter. I have sent a letter to your court. I was hoping you might have received it by now, of that effect. It seemed to be a problem with me to get represented myself. And it seemed to be that every time I file something in the court, I get no response. I keep filing a motion for discovery. Your Honor told me a year ago when I first was before you, when I asked for a motion for discovery, you said, and I quote, "You can get it." It has been a year and yet I have not received a motion for discovery from the prosecutor. And I was just wondering, why is there a problem? If that's part of the law, that I should be provided with a copy of the motion for discovery. And I've also asked the court, why is it a problem with me representing myself? When I feel as though that I don't feel that no one should want to block me from doing what God has asked me to do. The Holy Spirit has inspired me to stand as my own attorney. And I wish you would allow me to take a stand as my own attorney and not go against the will of God. I don't think you would want to do that. And I would appreciate it if the court would take a review all of my motions. I've been brought here, an individual claimed to take that I've committed a crime. I received a letter from an individual who told me that I'm serving time. A year I've been serving time and have not been found guilty by a court. I can't understand that. I can't even get the use of a Freedom of Information because the governor of Michigan and the Freedom of Information Act order me that I cannot even get a Freedom of Information Act of my past records because I'm serving time. And I just want to know, why am I serving time and you haven't found me guilty of a crime? You haven't even want to brought me before the court to even adjudicate this matter. And it's been a year. I know you love the law because you've been appointed by God to uphold the law. So I know you're not going against God's will and appointing you to uphold the law. So I'm asking you to do what God has given you to do, and that is do what? Justice, uphold the law. That's all I'm asking. If I've committed a crime, bring me before the court. Not, you understand, sitting back, you understand, saying that, well, we're trying to build a case. It seems like to me that I've been held a year to try to build a case. It seemed to me that you want to hope that somebody or some jailhouse snitch come up and say, well, I spoke to Mr. Williams. And so
all right, Mr. Williams, you just let me know when you're done.
I sure will, because I've been asked for this opportunity to come from before the court. And I appreciate your patience. I appreciate that, Your Honor. I'm so glad that you've taken patience with me. I know I'm a TBI client, traumatic brain injury, bipolar, and everything else. I'm also right now away from 3 children, after their mother who passed away only a few days before I was incarcerated. Now they're on their own. So yes, I'm looking for what? A chance before to go to court and have a trial. You said, yes, ask for a speedy trial. Why can't I get a speedy trial? What is the problem? I can't seem to get nothing done in the court according to the law. It's just, well, we're going to ejaculate procrastination and just hold you until we get ready to take it, what? Find something to find you guilty of. Nobody understands the claiming, you understand, you got me held here for you claim a murder, but yet, you understand, I have been not shown anything but it's a murder. The court hasn't been shown as even a murder. An accusation by an individual who told me face to face that, yeah, he's getting to retire after 82 years since what? He's been since 1982 on this here case, and he feels as though back in 1982 that I had committed the crime, but yeah, he said, now I'm a fugitive, and he has spoke to me in Michigan on 3 occasions, 3 or 4 months prior to me being incarcerated. He spoke to me in Chicago going to school, face to face.
Mr. Williams? Mr. Williams?
Won't you?
Yes, Mr. Williams.
Yes,
All right, Mr. Williams, you're starting to repeat yourself. You're starting to repeat yourself.
Okay.
So I'm going to stop you right now, okay?
All right, then.
Your Honor, since the issue of competency hasn't been resolved, I would ask that any incriminating remarks that were made by Mr. Williams be stricken from the record.
Well, I understand. Okay, I'll take that under advisement. I mean, he's going to say what he's going to say, but Mr. Williams, I just want to address you, and your counsel knows and the prosecutor knows. We have to resolve the issue of whether or not you're competent to proceed further. Now, you may have your view on that, but I think there's an independent medical exam that is scheduled. Is it scheduled yet, Ms. Woodson?
Actually, it was completed last week. The report should be done next week. Yes.
Oh, okay. So the report will be done next week. So, Mr. Williams?
Your Honor.
All right. So within next week, there should be a report. And then within a certain period, then I have to hold a hearing regarding your competency. And then at that point, depending on what that report indicates, then we'll figure out exactly where we're going. Nobody's trying to delay anything. We just have to take it step by step.
Yes, Your Honor, but I believe, Your Honor, you asked the court physician on my competency, and that has been discovered as competent. And when you spoke to even the prosecutor also, Your Honor, we accept the review.
Okay, so Mr. Williams, I can't do anything until I get that report and potentially hear the argument of counsel regarding your competency, okay? I can't do anything.
Well, this is the problem. Counselors keep trying to take and delay things, and I'm trying to take and tell counsel, I haven't hired you. I have not hired her. How can she be my counselor?
Okay,
this is
I understand, Mr.
Who employed her?
Mr. Williams, I understand everything you're telling me, but you need to listen to me. I can't do anything until I get that report.
Can you ask the attorney who employed her? Because I haven't employed her. I think that should be a question the court should.
I don't think you've employed anybody.
Mrs. Wilson?
So, all right, Mr. Williams, here's what I'm going to do. I'm not even going to address that issue regarding your counsel. This is your attorney that's on the case, Ms. Woodson. Very good attorney. So what I'm going to do.
I haven't denied her, you understand, competency has been as a good attorney. I'm just saying that I have not employed her as my counselor, and I don't know why the court is forcing me to accept somebody I haven't employed. And they explained to her that I wish she would stand down and allow me, you understand, to go forth with the adjudication of this case. There seems to be a problem, you understand, with this, Your Honor. Do I have to write the governor? Do I have to write the president of the United States? Or do I have to take and write, you understand, everybody is required to take and get, you understand, a point across? That's the point here.
Okay, Mr. Williams. Mr. Williams.
Yes,
I hear everything you're saying. You're repeating things to me now again. So I'm going to stop you. I'm going to let you know that, first of all, you haven't employed any attorney in this case. Attorneys have been assigned to you in this case. Ms. Woodson is the attorney that is assigned to you. I'm not letting you make any determination regarding any attorney, whether or not you represent yourself or anything on this case until such time as I get the competency report. I've tried to tell you that before. I'm not going to do anything until I get it.
Your Honor, thank you.
So you can keep talking to me. You can keep talking to me, Mr. Williams. I've told you what I'm going to do. Mr. Williams, I told Mr. Williams, I told you what I'm going to do.
Yes.
So no matter how much talking you do, I'm not changing my mind
I said
because I
thank you.
can't.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. So what I will do is I will adjourn this competency hearing out to February 9th, 2023. I'm going to make sure everybody gets that date. They come along with me at 9 a.m. We'll have that. By that time, we'll have the report. And if it comes here earlier, we'll try to see when we can set it in accord with the statutory guidelines to deal with that. All right.
Now, February
Okay.
3rd,
Is there any, other than you, Mr. Williams, from counsel, is there anything further on this matter?
Your Honor, just so the record's clear, because Mr. Williams just talks and talks, but there was an initial competency finding last year. However, because Mr. Williams continues to make such concerning remarks, not just on this record, but in letters where he claims he is not even himself, and he's got chips in his head, that is why we've had the independent. So, perhaps he should, stop making such records, and we would not be here for an independent exam at this point.
Well said. All right. Bob will continue.
Defense has nothing to add to that, Your Honor.
Ms. Woodson,
Sure
do
he
you think
did.
we'll have, I know you said the report will be here next week. Do you think we'll have it before the 9th? I just want to make sure we're not just.
Yeah, I agree.
I think so, since he's already been talked to and everything. I do believe that the biggest holdup, I think, was getting it
The
scheduled.
communication of that. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. I'll set it for the 9th. Counsel, if it looks like it's not going to be here,
I'll let
then
everyone know.
you can let everybody know. And certainly rather than everybody waiting and going through another hearing, we could do this on paper and do a stipulation to adjourn. And I would be more than happy to sign off on that if we adjourn it.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay.
Thank you.
thank you, Your Honor. Peace of God be with you and the family.
Thank you. Thank you,
Have a
Ms.
great day,
Ray.
everyone.
Thank you, folks. I'm sorry.